is fiction in the space between the lines on your page of memories. Write it down, but it doesn't mean you're not just telling stories.
Well, I think cyberbullying is becoming a bigger issue because most kids are being exposed to technology at younger and younger ages. They're using Facebook and Twitter and email and text messages to get their message out. And one of the reasons they're doing that is because it's a lot easier to be nasty to somebody when you text them or send them an email as opposed to sitting down with somebody face to face and saying the same thing to them in person.
It was maybe when I was in middle school. They did a poll on me. Well, Yasmin's ugly. Yasmin's she's weird and all these things, and it was very hurtful. I had felt sad, depressed, because I felt weird and not accepted by anyone.
And it's like anybody in the whole world can see this blowdown page. Like somebody all the way in China can see little old you and John Hay being talked about by CMSD.
Bullying is, attacking someone verbally or physically, treating them in a demeaning way, in a way that affects their self-esteem, in a way that affects how they interact with other people. I definitely think it can have a negative effect on someone's life, just because, when you're tearing a person down, it can really affect their self-esteem, how they interact with other people.
How I moved on was, I guess, counseling. I'm still in counseling to this day. I said to myself now, I don't care. It won't stop me. I'm unstoppable.
I would say, hey, man, stop doing that. That's not cool.
Is the best thing. For the best thing.
I think bullying is really bad. I don't think people should do it. Just they try to make people feel bad about themselves. I think the people that bully the kids are just very troubled kids and need some help in life in the future.
How do you feel about bullying?
I think it's wrong because the person didn't do anything to you, so why mess with them?
Some people bully me about my clothes, about how my hair is, how I talk, how I act, and stuff like that. When I got bullied, I almost did, but I didn't, because I figured out that it wasn't worth it of committing suicide because you've been bullied.
Okay.
So Ryan, what do you think about bullying?
I think people that bully other people are jerks and they're inconsiderate. But sometimes I think when people bully each other, they're trying to get their feelings out because either they're getting abused at home or they're being bullied themselves.
Have you ever been bullied before?
Yeah, I've been bullied about my height. I've been bullied about the way that I look. I've been bullied about the clothes that I wear. And actually last year I was bullied. But I fought back and I fought the kid and I got suspended, but he got expelled, so it worked out.
So you think they should put a stop to this bullying crap, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you.
Imagine this. You walk out of the bus and head towards Tower City until you hear a noise in the middle of the street. When you turn around, you see a big crowd of students fighting. What would you do?
It's really about trying to influence an individual either emotionally, verbally, or physically, and to control them to do something they may not want to do. And a lot of times I think people focus on the physical. They don't realize that in many instances it isn't about even being physically abused, but it's the emotional and verbal abuse as well.
I had an experience when I was young, and it happened to be my next door neighbor. And I was in 6th grade, and she was in 9th grade, and I remember it was like one of the first days of school, and I had to take the bus. And she came up to me and she swore at me and she said, "I'm going to beat your you know what." And I was just like, "Oh my God, I was really afraid." And so I went right to the principal's office, said what happened, and luckily she stopped after that. I don't know if that would happen nowadays, but I was pretty lucky.
My experience of bullying is a little bit different because I was the first black student at my school. And so the bullying occurred for about 3 years. What changed it was individuals, but the media, in a lot of different ways, we laugh sometimes at people who are nerds. We make entertainment out of the folks that are different.
And I was thinking about this after you gave me the questions, and I thought there were probably times that I saw somebody being bullied or picked on, and I didn't do anything. But I think there were also times that I did, and I would have said something, or I did say something, because I think that's crucial to really stopping people from being bullies, is to just kind of call them out and say, that's really not appropriate, or, do you realize that you're hurting someone's feelings? Or taking a look at the bully, and the way that I see bullies is that they've been bullied by someone, or they're hurting a lot, and that's why they're hurting other people.
I think Alicia pointed out something very important. The bully isn't necessarily always a bad person. There's just so many things that are going on in all of us at a time that coercion, whether it's by parents or by others, and it's passed down. With the movement now that we need to recognize wrongs, and there are things that we can do about it.